Hi there, guys. It's Alex here for another vodcast, and I am the host today. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope everyone is enjoying this week. And hopefully, we're going to get some sun soon as well. But with this one, we've actually got a really, really interesting vodcast this week. We're going to be talking to Matteo, which has been joining me for the last couple of weeks anyway. But we've also got someone else as well, which is Sam Satchwell. So, guys, how are you guys doing anyway?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, really well. Busy as well now, so a lot of
Good stuff. Good stuff. So you're obviously getting a bit busier now.
Yeah, I think this as of last week, things have started really picking up, and things are getting back to normal. Going out and seeing people, so I think confidence is building, and people are getting back out there.
Awesome, awesome. No, that's brilliant news. That really, really is. And obviously, Matteo, we work together, so I know how it all's going with you. But yeah, how is things going with obviously our business at the meantime as
I'm
well?
fine. We are fine. Like some, we're getting busier and busier now. We are going through the hottest month of the year.
Well, we say that with the UK.
Property. Yeah. In no sense. But yeah, business is going well. We had positive news with the stamp duty relief. Yes, positive.
So yeah, so funny you say that. So everyone out there, what we are going to go through. So before we start, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just introduce myself. I'll get Sam to introduce himself, and also Matteo. With all the newcomers, obviously I know the old comers, they've heard all of this before, but just in case anyway. But we're also going to go through stamp duty. That's going to be a big thing we're going to go through today, and also the insurance side as well, which is Sam is on. But without further ado, my name is Alexander Smith. I am basically a owner of a company. I've been an owner of a company for around about a year and a bit now. God, it's been going on for a long time. Feels like it's gone way too quickly. But yeah, we basically have got our own estate agency, so Alex and Matteo estate agents, and yeah, we're absolutely loving it. The market's picking up, which is good. So for investors, landlords, and everybody out there, this is definitely something that I think is a crucial element for everybody out there. But with this one, so Samuel, so obviously lovely to see you again. And obviously, I haven't seen you for a long time. So the FaceTime has been something of sort of the norm at the moment. But if you could just let everyone know a bit about sort of what you do and which company you work for and so on and so forth, that'd be lovely.
All right. Yeah. So my name's Sam Satchwell. I work for a company called Tutor Wealth Management, which is based down near Southampton. So we actually work with another company, FTSE 100 company called St James's Place, which I'm sure many of you would have heard of. So my role in the company is obviously I'm a financial advisor. So basically day to day I deal with sort of three main areas, which would be investments, pensions and insurance. And those are the three main areas which I deal with. And hence why I've helped join forces with these guys, mainly focusing on the insurance element of the three. So it's the beginning of the partnership, and we've got many more areas to bring to it. But to start with, we're just focusing on insurance, and hopefully it will help the client.
Hopefully we can sort of exactly. Hopefully we can expand and make it a lot bigger. So how long you been working for the company for? Did you say?
So I joined in 2016. I did an internship for a while. Didn't actually plan on doing this as a career. I originally started in hospitality and events management, which was interesting.
I was going to say it's what's the word? It's long hours, and sometimes the pay can be rather quite interesting, right?
Yeah, it's long hours, little rewards, and you don't get treated the best. So the career change is the best move, I think. So
funny you say that. So before I opened up, obviously the agency, and before I sort of did everything else, I actually was in events management as well.
Yeah.
And I was working for sort of a company, and we were sort of dotted around sort of everywhere in London. And like you said, exactly the same. It was the long hours. Don't get me wrong, some amazing events, but very long hours on this one as well.
Yeah, you have the events, you have great events. The whole idea of working in events just sounds so appealing. Yeah, to I don't know, early hours of the morning and realize actually it's all over and you've got to stay on. So.
But now we're on the other side, right?
Yeah, so now we're on the other side. So basically, I joined St James's Place two and a half years ago.
Yeah.
Started on the academy, so they have it's called the Next Generation Academy. So a lot of young people who have been in the industry. It's a 12-month course, so you spend 1 week each month working up in a hotel where you go through and learn. You do obviously the whole diploma of exams. And then you spend the other 3 weeks of the month, going out with people in the business who are already advisors, doing the role, shadowing them, and basically just learning the way everything works, and then obviously doing the exam on top. So it's a pretty hands-on time, very intense, a lot of hard work. But once you get to the end of the 12 months and you finally get signed off and you can go out on your own, I mean, it's the best feeling. To be actually getting out there, visiting people. You meet lots of great people from all different backgrounds as well. So yeah, I'm only started my second year this year, so we're about 18 months in. So yeah, it's getting busy and picking up, and yeah, it's been really good. Obviously, it's been tough. I mean, to have your first full year and then you have the whole COVID situation. I mean, it's never going to get.
I was going to say, have you been sort of affected with the COVID situation, and obviously with quarantine and lockdown?
Yeah, I wouldn't say in terms of the business itself. We've managed to carry on all the way through. A lot of businesses closed down and stopped working. We managed to carry on throughout the whole of the lockdown crisis, etc. Obviously, I think because we look after so many different areas, there's always things to be done, people to be looked after. Because obviously you had the markets which were obviously falling off rapidly when everything got announced and the lockdown got announced. So there's a lot of dealing with existing clients, making sure that managing the funds and investments, slightly changing them just to make the most of the current situation. So
I suppose, sorry to interrupt. I suppose it's a little bit like us as well. And Matteo, I'll go over to you in a second as well. It's more the reassurance, right? Because there's so many people out there that obviously it's uncertainty, same as us. My God, like it's something that we've never even heard of in the history of our lifetime. So giving that sort of like clarification, that clarity to people, that reassurance, and sort of saying like, look, it is going to be okay. Even in the insurance sector, I'm guessing that really does help. More to sort of give that clarity and give that relief to people than actually make money, right? Yeah. Because I think one thing that we both sort of climatize ourselves into is that we make sure that we're not just there for the money. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's brilliant, but more for anything, we want to help out people. And that's actually going to go on to our second topic in a second. But yeah, with the sort of like the reassurance, that really does build your clientele, and it really does just relax them, doesn't it? De-stress more than anything, right?
Yeah, just to add to your point as well, I think a lot of people in this environment, so we all have clients, we look after clients, and I think if you can go through a crisis like this and, be on the front foot, get on the phone to people and just say, like, is everything okay? People appreciate that, and then you're obviously going to be long-term better off because of that. So.
Precisely, sir. And I think Sam, you literally hit it on the head there. You really have. And I think that to everybody out there is going to be such a big sigh of relief. And this is why we do these podcasts, is because we want to try and help people out there instead of just taking their money. And if I can give, or you can give, any advice to people without it being sort of like paid for, so free advice, my God, I think people really need to listen in, and hopefully people will. And obviously, and I do reiterate this, guys, if you are interested to get a bit more information, please do leave comments and just let us know, and then we can get back to you on this one. We'll be more than happy to help, and I'd love to help, and I know Sam would as well, and I know Matteo would. But also with this one, so Matteo, I left you out a little bit there, buddy, but I wanted to also obviously go through your sort of background, a really quick one, because obviously I know that we've done this all most weeks, and hopefully people might sort of get to know your face as well.
Hello everyone, my name is Matteo. I've been working properties for almost 15 years, more or less. I started first of all as an engineer. I was a building engineer. I get bored very quickly of being an engineer. After 1 year, so it was like around 15 years ago, I switched to sales and I became a property consultant, first of all in my town in Italy, in Milano, and then I moved to London. I've been working for several estate agency, corporates, independents, and I opened up my own business with Alex 15 months ago.
It has, hasn't it? My God, it's been so quickly right now, hasn't it? Really.
And I work as well on hospitality, like you guys. Like everyone in London.
Three of us, right? All three of us.
Everyone starts there at some point.
Exactly, right. So that's just a really a quick debrief of obviously what we do and sort of our backgrounds. Let's get into nitty gritty, and I think this is something that I know a lot of people are interested in as well. So what I've done is I have we've got an online portal which we use, and we've been sort of trying to get as many questions as possible for you, Sam, and obviously Matteo as well. And I just want to basically just run through a couple with you, and then you can just basically just fill people in on what to do and where to go and so on and so forth, really. So obviously the main question is or one of the main questions is basically, how does it sort of relate to you guys? So obviously I know that we do, well, they don't know yet, but we work very close with you guys, and obviously with Sam himself. And I think with this one, the main question I always want to try and sort of relate it to is that with the property sector, obviously you got the rental insurance, and that's one thing I want to cover, and also sort of landlord insurance and so on and so forth. So I'm going to pass the baton over to you, Sam, and if you could just give me a bit of information about sort of what you can do with sort of the rental income protection, and also sort of what you do on the property sector side of insurance.
Yeah, okay, so beginning of this year we started to see a lot of increase in terms of people looking for insurance, not just for the areas such as life insurance, sickness insurance, etc. So we started using this new type of insurance. It's kind of like an income protection. So I'll just explain briefly what that is. So basically you have your earnings, and you can insure up to 60% of your annual earnings over a monthly basis. So for example, you say you want to insure £2,000 a month. So what we decided to do was try and incorporate this into something much more real. So for example, rental. So say you're renting a flat in London, it costs £1,500 a month, and you want to cover that. This is exactly the sort of thing you need. So if you're unable to work through, for example, you have an injury, you have an illness, so any illness or sickness, anything that prevents you from actually going to work, this will pay out on, which is absolutely fantastic. And I think having recently had these events and having all this COVID stuff happening, this is now more important than ever. And over the last few weeks, we've just seen an absolutely massive increase in demand.
I was going to say, sorry to sort of interrupt as well, everybody, but I was going to say, have you really had like a big increase in sort of your market sector with sort of the estate agency world, just because of obviously COVID-19, people worried about losing their jobs, people falling ill, and I think that's such a big critical sort of red button that we need to press, you know.
Exactly.
And if we don't, then
it's such a huge market in terms of everyone's involved, and then you've got this new virus again. Everyone's been affected by it, whether it's been affected on a personal basis or you know someone who's been affected. And if you have something like this in place, it just gives you that peace of mind that no matter what situation you're going to be in, you're always going to have that level of income covered. Even if it's just £500 a month, you know that you're going to have either your monthly shopping covered, or you've got your monthly rental covered, so you don't have to worry about having to leave your house or your flat if you're unable to work, or if your wife or girlfriend's ill and you have to take time off to look after her. You know, these are all areas that are going to come into play. And
regarding, sorry, Sam, just sort of obviously interrupt again. So with regarding, if let's say someone out there, a young lady or a young gent or whoever wants to basically go for it, what's the process? How do they sort of start it then? How would they get in touch, or how would they get this insurance for themselves?
So I think, well, obviously you have my details anyway. So I think the first stage would be we just have a general chat, really, just to get to know each other. And I basically just do a full review of your sort of financial situation. So we'll go through all those details, and then from that we'll be able to work out exactly what kind of figure, what kind of amount you'd need to, you know, at a minimum. And then from the minimum, we can then just work how much that minimum amount's going to cost, because it's very cheap. And then if you wanted to add more on it, we can just increase it from there. So not only would you have however much covered, but you also get a lot of extra benefits as well with these insurance products.
Well, I remember obviously, like we said, we've been working together for a bit now, and just the other day we obviously did one as well. We got some people in, so I got the tenant, did the referencing, blah blah blah, and they obviously looked into getting it, and I think that was such a big thing, because it helped us out, because then we could know that they were more reassured that if anything did happen, heaven forbid, then they are covered.
Exactly.
And I was the one thing I said, I was so shocked on how cheap it actually is, and how much you actually cover. And I think that in itself is just such a good idea, because if it was expensive, then my God, no one would go for it, right? And then you'd just be like, well, no, I'm paying for this, then why does it make any difference, or why does it make any sense? But genuinely, the margins are unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, for just as an example, we did, I think it was about £3,500 a month for a 30-year-old male. And I think it came out about £28 a month, and that was guaranteed at the age of 65. So this thing's going to be in the background, constantly running through your whole working life, for example, so to 65, and it's never ever going to cost you more than £28. I mean, people spend £60 a month on a phone contract. I mean, what is £28 compared to that?
Exactly. But this is that's such a valid point. That really is. But with this one as well, I want to get Matteo in, because I feel like we're sort of we need to obviously spread it around a bit. And Matteo, what do you sort of think with the? I know obviously you're doing the exact same as me right now as well. So with the obviously the rental insurance and stuff like that. Do you think this is a good idea for people to take out at the moment, Matteo?
I think, obviously, it's a great opportunity for people out there that are worried about their jobs, about the security of their job. Because I remember when I bought my property, it was against getting an insurance, but at the end of the day, then I did it, and I will never regret it, because in times like this, it cost me. I think I have an insurance I have a life insurance, like a mortgage protection insurance, let's call it. I pay £25 a month, and if any circumstance change or whatever, the insurance company will pay for me. So
there you go. That's exactly it, you know. And I think that's really, really pinpointed exactly our point today.
Yeah.
Is that for everyone out there, we're not, the funny thing is it sounds like we're selling it right now, but we're really not. All we're doing is we're just showing to you guys that it's so cheap to get. And if it's so cheap to get, what does that mean? You can get covered for absolutely nothing. So for me, I wouldn't even blink an eyelid. And this is why I've taken it out. And this is why Matteo's taken it out. You know, it's something that covers you. In these times of crisis, there are so many people that are worried. If you are worried, then what do you need to do? You need to cover yourself. And then you always need to have that backup. But Matteo, I think that's such a crucial element. And
Yeah.
you've literally just said exactly what I'm glad you did say, you know, and we didn't even rehearse this. I'm glad you did say that. I really, really am.
Right, it's because, I mean, then obviously everyone has a different circumstance. Obviously, if you are a billionaire, you don't need an insurance, a rental insurance. But if
that's 1 in 100,
you rely
right?
on your job, my suggestion is take an insurance. I didn't take it years ago because why should I? But now that I have a bit more experience about properties and about job security because of COVID-19, I would take it. Then is up to you guys if you want to take it or not.
Well, put it like this. I'm not going to sort of name any names or give anything out, but I was talking to a good old friend of mine the other day, and I said to him, I was like, "Oh, how you doing? Blah blah blah. Love to see you again," and so on and so forth. And he said to me, he was like, "Look, Alex, there's a lot of uncertainty at the moment, and I personally myself has got a hell of a lot of uncertainty." I was like, "Oh, how come?" He doesn't know if he's going to have a job at the end of the month or not, you know, and this is the main element that I think a lot of people are worrying about at the moment. If I wasn't in self-employment, then I'm pretty sure I'd be the exact same situation. And I think this is why we do these podcasts. This is why we answer these questions that are not, that people don't want to answer, or they're scared to answer, because you need to. People need to understand what the situation is. If they don't understand that there's things to help them out there, then you're literally hitting a brick wall every single time. And this is why I'm so glad that we had a chance to chat to Matteo and Sam today, and Matteo giving your own personal sort of opinion on it as well, and Sam giving a professional opinion on it as well. But yeah, I think with obviously sort of going back to Sam as well. Sam, you've obviously been doing this for quite some time now, and you understand what the situation is. But have you? I know we did cover this before as well, and you did actually say that there was a lot of people that are starting to do it now, with obviously COVID-19 at the moment.
I think as well, I mean, a lot of people who originally were like, no, this is definitely something we don't need, you know, I don't want to have it. I mean, a lot of people, so like, for example, Matteo's got life insurance cover, the mortgage, that's a massive area I deal with. But of course, that only pays out once, unfortunately, you've died. So I think the great bit about this is you're actually going to personally benefit from it as well. So you pay £28 a month. And yeah, when you die, that's great. The money will get paid out to your family. But with this, you actually are going to benefit from it yourself, which I think just makes it even more worthwhile to take out. I mean, we've even got, even if money's an issue, we've got policies which you can just take out, which will only pay out for 12 months, you know, not to 65. It will pay out for 12 months. And it's just it will just halve the price, I think, roughly it does every time. So you could have, I don't know, maybe £2,000 of insurance a month for 15 to £12. I mean, it's an absolute no-brainer, like I said before.
It's a steal, right? It's an absolute steal, and that's it. I completely agree. And I think that's why we're sort of trying to understand it a bit more. You know, I think this is why we're doing these podcasts, because every single client or every single guest I've had on, and Sam, you've been an amazing one as well. But with this, it's more understanding and getting more insight and knowledge to what people don't know about, right?
Yeah.
And that in itself is just such a key element to what people need to get reassured in, because you oh my God, the amount of people that try and sell you stuff is as long as my bloody arm, but that's only the short of it. But if they don't understand what you're trying to sell to them, and it's actually looking after them, and it's not just there for the money, I think that's such a crucial element. I really do.
And I think for me as well, so my first port of call would obviously be to speak to your clients, introduce them. I can go through everything with them. There's actually no cost at all up front to me, so it's all no obligation. I'll come and see you face to face. We can talk through everything. And again, the insurance we can get sorted, but that's just one area. I cover all areas. We can look at investments, we can look at pensions. So it's just a whole group of areas, just starting from insurance. So it's a great opportunity for people to come and to use, and also a great opportunity for your clients as well to benefit.
No, I completely agree. But obviously, guys, anybody out there, once again, genuinely, I mean it. If you need anything at all, if you have any, if you want any advice, questions, anything at all, just please do comment below, and we'll be more than happy to get back to you on this one as well. But one more thing, just before we come up to the 30-minute mark, but I just wanted to also underline some very, very interesting new facts that are coming in at the moment, which the government's put in, which is stamp duty. So this is a big thing, and I'm now going to pass the baton over to Matteo, and he's going to let everybody know a little bit more about it.
Yeah, it's great news. I think. I think everybody thinks that is a good news. I guess the government decided to do a stamp duty relief. It started last week, and it will go on up to the end of March 2021. So if you are looking to buy a property between now and March, you will not pay stamp duty up to £500,000 purchase. And now here we need to explain the situation. If you are a first-time buyer, you will not pay stamp duty at all. You will save around £15,000 stamp duty. So it's quite a lot of money, considering that it's not easy to raise a deposit, especially to purchase a property in London. As you probably know, not many banks anymore accept just 10% deposit when you purchase a property, especially in London. Most banks need a 15% down deposit. So this news, I think, is good for first-time buyers, because they will be able to raise their budget to £50,000 plus. So it's good news, and good news for property investors as well, because they will pay less taxes. They will still need to pay the 3% tax on top of it, but they will save £15,000 as well. So I think is a good news. I think it's a good news for both.
Sorry to interrupt, Matteo. So you think it is a very good thing to have with this new stamp duty law?
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea. There are still people that feel like it's not a good time to buy anyway, because they say, okay, I save £15,000 in taxes this year, but I could save more money buying next year if the market drop a little bit. But who knows? It's difficult. We don't have a crystal. We don't know what is going to happen, but we know that you can save £15,000 today if you buy.
Exactly, but like you said, who knows what's going to happen next year, right? So what's the point of waiting on something that you don't know what the future is going to hold?
Yeah,
I think that's such a crucial element. I really do.
Yeah, we have a lot of first-time buyers that ask us, is it a good time to buy? The things, my wife was telling me the same. She has a colleague that is buying a property in Forest Hill. She was saying, Matteo, what do you think? Should I tell them? What I always tell to people, to all my friends, is life is one. If you want to die thinking, I saved £4,000. You won't live your life happy. Life is very short. If you want to buy a property, buy it if you are happy to live there and have a good quality of life. Don't think always about the money.
No, I completely agree, and I think that's such a crucial element to it, and this is why we've been saying what we've been saying today. I think you've just got to go for it, and then you've got the security if you go with Sam, and then also at the same time you've got everything else there as well, and you got bloody good offers with obviously the new stamp duty, and I think in that sentence just there. Don't wait for anything, don't wait for something that you don't know what's going to happen next. I always say just jump on the horse straight away and just keep on going, because my God, that is the best way of doing that. And you will be better off doing that than saying, what if? I say so many people, what my family used to say to me, procrastination is the worst thing ever, right? So everyone can procrastinate, but if you don't bloody well do it in the first place, then you're not going to, right? So definitely get on it. I think stamp duty is such a good thing to do. And obviously, Sam, with the insurance as well, we've covered only a small sector. We can cover more if people do want to, and you can come back again if needs be. And please do let us know, guys, if you are interested for us to talk about this again. If there's any other questions that people want as well, then please do let us know, and we can go from there. But look, guys, time is up. But thank you so much, Sam, and thank you so much, Matteo, for coming on. And honestly, it really, really does mean a lot to me. And obviously, it means a lot to everybody else as well. But Sam, any last words at all?
No, just thanks very much for having me on. And if you need to find any more information, then these guys will sort you out the details. So cheers.
Fantastic. But look, thank you very much, guys. And we will see you all next time as well.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. See you later.